Man, good morning, or whatever time it happens to be wherever you are. Today we are going to talk about my abundance of doorways and my lack of actual physical doors. I need to make some more. Now I do have a few, such as this one right here, and that one is made out of the scrap that I had left over from making my bedroom door, which is a contemporary twist on a basically a rustic design. And right now it doesn't do anything, it just rests on the floor, leans against the wall, because I have to make a system to have it slide like a barn door. This is actually made out of my dry bar from downstairs, which is now the Just Joshing with Jakota set. Can't work on that right now because I need to do some welding and I don't have my shop set up. But I do have this door here, and I do have this door right here, which are both pocket doors, and the pocket is shared by both of them, and it's a wall framed on the flat. It kind of works just like a store-bought pocket or crib or cradle or whatever you want to call it in principle. If I open up the shower door here, use your imagination, the door would float inside the wall up to about that plumbing, and then when you wanted to close it, of course it would travel all the way to the jamb. Works pretty similar to a mirrored closet door, which is going to go here. The main differences, of course, are that a pocket door goes inside a wall and that it floats rather than rests on a track. Now we had that closet door, mirrored sliding closet door here when we moved in, but I made it look like a bricked up doorway similar to that right there. You might be asking, why am I changing all the doors? What was wrong with the doors when I first moved in? Well, here in my closet door here, this used to not be a closet. This right here was the doorway into my bedroom. I moved it here, of course, because I thought it looked nicer rather than having it right there. It just made more sense. And since we didn't have any storage space, we turned this into a closet because it was a nook there anyways. And then we also made a closet in the bathroom, which I will make a bifold door for eventually as well. Now, you might be wondering what was wrong with the actual bathroom door. Why didn't you just keep that one? Well, it was a poor design, similar to this. It opened out into the hallway. Now here, we didn't actually have a door when we moved in, but there was a door at some point because there's hinges there still. But just imagine having a big door in the hallway. In fact, it was that door right there. Coming out into the hallway, making it so you always had to move it to walk through the hallway. It's just a pain in the ass. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this door, which is my furnace room door, and this door right here, which is the studio door, and I'm going to use those as my pocket doors. Now you might be thinking, dude, that is so hideous. Why would you want to do that? Well, I'm actually just going to reskin them with walnut or something and make them look really nice. And the reason why I haven't done any of this just yet is because I have this built in here that I want to put in the closet, which is going to be where I put all the clothes. And it's also going to act as a ladder right here to get out of this door here, which is the escape hatch skylight. Just kind of an idea that I had. But before I do that, I have to put in my floor. And my floor, some people think it's foolish because I'm using cedar, but I like the look of a cedar floor. It looks really awesome. And the floor just happens to be underneath that tarp. It's the same wood that I used for the coop siding, and I just took it all, even though I didn't use it all for the coop, because I wanted to have a cedar floor. I just think they look so awesome. They're pretty rare though, because it's a soft wood. And that floor is basically going to go everywhere in here except for the kitchen. The kitchen is going to have quintessential black and white square tiles. Now you might notice, if you've been watching my vlogs, that I have something missing in here. Where the heck is that table that I've been using as a temporary island until I make my actual island? It's a terrible island, but we used it as an island, and it was pretty functional. We have it right here. It's holding a project that Jakota and I are collaborating on. And after, it's actually going to go right here because it's going to replace my current mailing staging center, if you will. That's probably not the best way to describe it, but my current mailing system, whatever, is as such. We get the orders, we put them right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. When they're ready to be fulfilled, like they're paid, we used to have a table right here, which we moved over by the patio door right here. But now we just put our water on it because we can't drink the tap water. We just have that water. It's much less cluttered. And since I'm going to use that table downstairs now, I don't have this temporary island. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this table here, which is one that I made Ashley a while ago. It's actually pretty cool. It's got this cool textured character to it, and I really like it. We're going to move that in the island area, which is going to take away our eating space because we're going to use it as a kitchen appliance, if you will. I don't know how to explain that well. So we're going to need a dining table. And I've always wanted to do a dining table that has character to it. And I've seen lots of people make dining tables out of basically doors that are covered in glass or some other type of top. And I have this door right here, which is my old front door. And what I'm going to do is take that as the middle, if you will, and I'm going to make a sort of a plate setting border around it. And I don't know, it's just going to be a big ass beefy table, and I think it will be super awesome. In fact, the border is going to be similar to what I have around my current front door that my grandfather and I made, like that, but it'll be wider. I just think it would be cool to have that as my kitchen table because it's my old front door, and now that I have this front door, which I actually plan on replacing as well, and I will have a video on this eventually once my grandfather comes back and we have time to film or to record a commentary on it. But this door is so big that we're actually probably going to move it to the downstairs area where I'm going to have my 3-season room go out the patio door here. On top of my 3-season room will be my deck, and then my breakfast nook, which will eventually hold this outside this patio door, which will then cause us to possibly move a more permanent patio door over to these windows here. Now, having all of this came to me yesterday. Having this door in here, yesterday I had it leaning on the floor, or laying on the floor right there, because I was actually mocking it up in here, seeing what I needed to do, because we use this bathroom up here now, so we want a door. I had it on the floor, and I'm like, man, it would be sick to make this table. I really like the idea of having a big, wide table in here. It's a decent sized dining room, so I think I'm gonna do it. So that's the original bathroom door. That's gonna go back into the garage now that we're not going to use it. The outside, or the front door, old front door, is gonna go here. Eventually we're going to move this downstairs into the 3-season room. We're gonna build another door here that opens out, because this is just impractical. I don't know, it's just too big to open in. I had an idea and I like what it looks like, but it just doesn't work. But anyways, the dining room table, I have some ideas for the legs. So if you look at this one, this pedestal right here is actually the pedestal from the table that Ashley and I got as a, I don't know if you would call it a gift. It was given to us when we got married because we didn't have a table, and I used that as our base for this table. And I have 2 more that I'm going to use for our dining room table, kind of as an homage to this. We're not getting rid of this. We're going to have it as our, like I said, temporary island, and then our breakfast nook. Of course, these are just dreams right now, and I don't know. But speaking of doors and kitchens, I'm going to grab some milk. Open up that fridge door, grab some milk. You can see that our kitchen is not finished, and that's because we haven't really started on it. I made this temporary countertop, and we moved some of the stuff around so that we could have like the sink in the middle of the windows and stuff. I don't know. We had some ideas. Let me grab cereal out of the pantry door here. This whole vlog is going to be about doors, and then we'll open. Oh, here's another idea. Speaking of kitchens and ideas, what do you think of this? So, a lot of you know that I do the dishes, right? Check out my TeeSpring. But me putting away the dishes, it looks like this, all cluttered and stuff. But I have this idea of having floating shelves. I really like that in a kitchen. But since my dishes are put away like this, because I do it often, it doesn't look very pretty. But imagine having my backsplash go from the counter all the way to the top, and then having shelves that just have doors. So you can see, rather than having this backer, you'd see the backsplash tile, which are these big subway tiles. I just think that would be super slick. My grandfather is actually going to help me with this. In fact, I'm waiting for a call from him this morning, so we'll see about that. But I think it's going to be a cool design. And then with all the doors and everything else finished in here, like new cabinets, the island that I'm going to make here to replace our ugly table downstairs, and then this, I don't know, I'm excited. Anyways, I'm going to ponder this on some breakfast, and then kind of go from there. We'll see what else we get up today. I might not be able to do any of that right now because I don't actually have a truck, so I can't actually pick up very many materials. So we'll see. But we'll get up to something today. Okay, I think what I'm going to do first off is get rid of this door, bring it outside, because I need to bring in the other door anyways, and it started to snow, so I don't want it to get more buried in snow. This is the best way to get everything done as soon as possible. And in about an hour, I have my premiere of my Christmas tree video. That Christmas tree right there. And so, you know, the door outside will be warming up inside for however long that takes to do. I've never done one of those before, so we'll see. One beauty about not having my floor yet is I can do stuff like this. So all that snow can melt on this. It's not a big deal. Look at the size of my original door compared to my new door. Actually, it's like this. Alright, I just gotta have all this snow melt. Oh, you see this? Fun fact, my door, before I owned this house, was actually kicked in by the people who seized the house, whatever, because this was a foreclosure. They kicked it in and ruined the door. And then our selling realtor, not our realtor, but the other realtor, when the house was ours, he actually left the door completely open, so anyone could have come in. Not that there was anything to steal or anything. The house was much worse than it is now, but this is going to be some character, and I think we're going to cherish this table because it has a story that goes with it. Some of it was quite frustrating at the time, but it's going to be something grand soon. So a lot of you know that we have chickens, and Ashley is part of this chicken group on Facebook, and someone has an emu. Look at the size of an emu egg compared to a regular sized chicken egg. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if we got an emu? Because we have room for one, but would they get along with the chickens or would they kill the chickens? I don't know. I always wanted to get one of those naked neck chickens that also have like no leg feathers because they look like mini ostriches. So maybe that'll be an alternative. The only thing is, if we get one of those, we'll have to heat the coop because they will die. They'll freeze in the winter because they don't have any feathers really. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. What do you guys think? Should we get an emu? That would be pretty cool. We need a way bigger run, but I actually wanted to make a bigger run anyways. Out the back of the coop, I think that would be decent. All right, I'm gonna take these doors off. Got a Phillips screw. Only got 2 hinges on each door. We don't actually use these doors, which is why we are going to use them upstairs. We always have these doors open, and we actually plan on redoing my whole furnace room and laundry room. And I don't know if you knew this, but if we look in here, I actually have a secret room behind this cabinet. Eh? That's pretty cool, hey? So all of this will become one room. I kind of like the idea of having a secret room, but I don't know if we'll keep one or not because it's not very necessary. I just like the idea, so we'll see. All right, I need a screwdriver. So I just started taking out the screws, and I never noticed this until just now. The whole jamb isn't even fastened. That's weird. Well, this will be changed in the future anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I hate stripped screws. And another strip screw on the other door. Fantastic. There, now I'll have to just yank it off of there. There we go. Now the beauty of these doors is that they're made out of wood rather than MDF, so that's actually not going to compromise anything else on the door. I'm going to actually have this have a steel band screwed to it or something like that, and then my skin that I'm going to put over here is going to be like a thin, maybe even up to a 1/4 inch veneer of walnut plywood, I think. And since this is wood, I can actually pin nail it to it or brad nail it to it, and it'll actually stick to it nicely here in the edges. I'm also going to glue it on as well, but it's better to have a wooden hollow core door rather than an MDF one. It's just got a little more to grab onto. Here you can see, even though these doors are right across from each other, they have two different types of doorknobs. This one's like a lever style. This one right here is a more traditional doorknob style, and it has like this cool texture on it. I actually really like this, even though it looks kind of dated, so I'll probably keep that. This door here, I bet you it had a different doorknob as well. It was probably like one of these ones, you know, the handle with the latch thingy, whatever that thing's called, and it just opened. Actually, it probably opened out because that would have been more inconvenient. Well, actually, this isn't even a door hinge. This is like, what the heck? And look, it's not even really in there. I don't know. There was a lot of weird stuff with this house. We're going to be changing a bunch. Like I said, this is all going to become one room. In fact, we actually may move this wall further this way so that I can have a floating staircase. I'm not exactly sure, but I kind of want that to be that way. And I'm going to take this wall out. This is non-load bearing. In fact, it's hollow. And it's, I don't know, look how thin it is. And it is extremely, I don't know if you can see that. It like tapers from there, and then it comes in to the bottom of the stair. So it's leaning way out, which is kind of weird. I didn't notice that until I was talking about some ideas with Clint. But we may move this wall over if we can. It's just like you can see that this beam here actually is cut. So I'm not sure what the load bearing stuff is exactly, and it's not even sitting on top of the wall. There's a big ass gap all the way across. So once we do some demo and stuff down here and get rid of this horrible ceiling, which I actually have come to like, we'll be able to see if we can move that wall back. If we can't, I have another more artistic idea for this wall. I'll do some sort of drywall sculpture on there, which I think will be really cool. So either way, I'll be happy. But I've always wanted a floating staircase, and even though the wall is going to cover up a lot of the staircase, it doesn't matter to me. I just like it. It would be cool. I mean, right now we have all these pictures on there, but that, whatever, it doesn't matter. Those eventually will go into the studio, in the garage, in the clean spot. And this, you might recognize this if you're watching Just Joshing with Jakota. This is actually going to move out into in addition to the shop as well, which we will have a more proper studio. Sound quality will be way better and all that stuff. I mean, we've been working on it here and there. But for now, I'm going to hop on the premiere and hang out with you guys for a bit, watching the Christmas tree video. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Hopefully, you guys like it. Let me know. I'll link to it in the description here in case you haven't seen it yet. There we go. So it's starting in 11 minutes. Say, I hope you guys enjoy this. Oh, no, that's not a comment. Bam, it shows up. Is this video inception for you guys? I know you can't really see because the white balance and all that is thrown off because I'm just filming with my phone. But anyways, we got a few people waiting. 16 people waiting to watch this. That's flattering. I wasn't sure how the premiere would go. We got 69 likes already, 0 dislikes. That's pretty good for a video that hasn't been viewed yet. This video was in 3 parts, and the first part was my favorite to film. Second part, the way that worked up, that was actually very difficult to know what I was going to do in that video. But thanks to the music that I used, it kind of formed the video. Like, I didn't have the record player in it at first. We were both wearing different clothes at first, and we changed our clothes because it set a better mood for the video. And then I didn't have like the cutaway scenes at first. Having that music, it's actually on a cell phone recording, and I actually didn't want the mastered version. Scott, who recorded that music and wrote that music for me, he recorded that on a cell phone and sent it to me and was like, "Hey, would this work? Something like this? I'll send you the mastered version if you like it." And I was like, "Dude, this is actually perfect." It's inspired me to make it the video even better, and I added the record player element just because of that, because it sounded kind of like it was being played on a record player, which is, I don't know, it just added so much more to the video, I think. And then having the noise in the background when it fades to black and stuff, all that, thought that was cool. That actually came about because of the poem that Johnny B wrote in part 3, how he started off with, "At first it was dark." And by the way, every 8 lines in that poem is, it starts with, "At first it was," and then whatever. So every 8 lines it does that. I don't know, I'm not a poet, so I don't really know how that kind of stuff works, but it's cool, right? This person says, "Oh my, I've been waiting for this to pop up like an eager beaver." Is that a Canadian joke? I like that. Haha, Canadian Bushman, LOL, can't wait. It's because I kept my facial hair for that extra day. Now, I've already had some behind the scenes footage to this in another vlog, so I'll link that in the description just in case you missed that. But yeah, that extra beardage that I had for a while, that was for the No Shave November, which we decided to participate in that this year. That whole video all came together because I was about to shave and I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna go get my Christmas tree here right away. I could do this idea. And so the woodsman character that I made was all inspired by me growing my mustache and beard, although very scraggly. The effort, A for effort, right? All that inspired the video by accident. And that video was really fun to shoot. Shooting the part with Hank being introduced as the Hound, that took like 2 hours to film. That was very, very difficult because he's an animal. He didn't know exactly what I wanted him to do, but when we finally got the shot, I was like, yes! And he seemed to get that I was finally done with getting him to like walk over there, then come over here, and trying to get him to stop in the frame without me moving the camera, and then him going walking in another direction and stuff. Like, that shot took forever, but when I finally got it, I was like, yes! And he seemed to get it, and he just booked it to the house. He's like, yes, we're done. I finally did it, whatever you wanted me to do. So that was good. Smurf M, tomorrow is my birthday. What a great gift to look forward to. Smurf M, if you don't know, she actually gave us the name Just Joshing with Jakota. She suggested that for mine and Jakota's show that's on our other channel, which this space is being made for. So that's kind of cool that she's here. This person says, goodness, I didn't know it was you. That's hilarious. This person said, with nothing more than the image, I snorted out a laugh. I like these comments, that's hilarious. This person says, I hate the cigar. Me too. I was coughing so much. I don't smoke, and I'm not going to start smoking just for the heck of it. That doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, the cigar I think added a lot to that character, and I think I'm going to explore that character again in the future. I'm not sure how just yet. I'll have to regrow my mustache and beard. I keep calling it a mustache and beard, but it's barely that. I'll have to redo that so that I can actually play that character again. But it was a lot of fun. I just realized over here I can live chat, and I didn't know that. That's great. There's a couple people here. So I didn't know there was a live chat. I've never done a premiere before. So I'm going to say, hey guys, in all capitals. I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoyed making it. Lots of exclamation marks, you know? Bam. Guys, it's starting. 30 seconds. Ashley's upstairs watching too. She's doing some courses now for her new job, so she must be taking a break to watch this. I mean, she's already seen some of it, so I don't know. But isn't she sweet? 10 seconds. One of my favorite parts of this video. That's actually, sounds like a gunshot, but it's actually a door slamming sound effect. I thought that was a good joke. So my friend wrote this song for me, which was pretty cool. He had the music already, but he wrote the lyrics because I needed lyrics, and so he added lyrics for me. Throwback to me making that tutorial of that ornament. Now this last part, pretty good. This last part was the coldest. All of them were cold, but this last part was the coldest because I was wearing the least amount of warm clothes.
At first it was dark.
And that's Johnny B, who I got him to write the poem for me.
Tension. Pressure.
Getting that stick to break like that, man, that was difficult. I had to break so many before that happened.
Patient. When singing the coldest song.
Having that plastic syringe almost ruined it for me. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep that in there because I needed some sort of epoxy to hold the star together, but since it was plastic and I wanted it to seem old-timey, I almost didn't do that. But instead, I just changed my socks into wool socks. I had branded socks on, and I was like, ugh. But changing into the wool socks actually made it not a big deal that I had the plastic syringe.
Feeling a free fall snowball until it recoiled and bounced back like a pinball.
Jakota's here, and he said, damn, he didn't see this part. That was definitely my most favorite video to ever make, and I think it turned out perfect. What did you guys think? Bam. Man, you guys Jakota saying, I didn't do all the camera, just to be clear, only some. He did most of it in the first part of the video, and then he did the chicken scene in the second part. Yeah, someone saying nailed the vlog. This actually isn't a vlog. This would be a skit, I guess. And I think I'll add skits to my repertoire of what I do. But a vlog is what I'm doing right here, which I'll probably end it right after this because it's probably getting long. And I kind of showed you what I'm up to for the rest of the winter. I have a few projects that I got to do, so look forward to some more build videos and some other vlogs I'll do. I'll probably do a Christmas vlog at some point and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I wanted this video to be released on a special day. Today is the winter solstice. I was thinking about releasing it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but then I thought everyone would be too busy to watch it then, so I decided today would be a good day. Jakota said that the Star is Born line gave him chills. That was kind of the point. I wanted there to be a chill factor in this video, and that was one of the lines that I got Johnny B to put in the poem. He came up with basically the whole thing, but I wanted him to use a few lines, and that was one of them. I wanted it to end with that, so he kind of structured the poem to end at that, which I think was awesome. All right, how'd you like that commentary? I didn't know what I was gonna put in this vlog. I put a lot of nothing in here, but you kind of get a glimpse of what I'm gonna be working on in the near future. I'm gonna be doing a couple build videos, or at least this one will be a build video, probably vlog about doing the doors and whatnot. I thought I would just get back to doing some vlogging. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Oh hey, how did you guys like how I ended the video, the tree video? I kind of wanted it to kind of seem like a Christmas card, like it was all silent, but it had Merry Christmas underneath it. And I just thought that would be a good ending to that video. Maybe I'll do the same thing for this one. Money. You got Vincent's brother hanging out with this grizzly bear and this deer and wolf.